Today's lesson is lesson 49, writing equations in slope-intercept form. This form of linear equation quickly gives us information about the graph of the equation. A linear equation is one in which the graph is a straight line. Yes, line, straight line, linear. Notice the root word of linear there is line. Okay, we have an equation, x plus 2y is equal to 3. This is a linear equation in x and y, but it's not in the correct form. It's not in slope-intercept form. To get it into slope-intercept form, we must solve the equation for y. Well, we would do that. Let's just write the equation down here, x plus 2y equals 3. We would subtract x from both sides. And x's would add to 0. We have 2y is equal to, and let's put the x first, minus x plus 3. Notice that's a plus 3 up there. It's not a minus 3. And now what? Now we divide both sides by 2. And we would get y on this side. And we could divide this into two fractions. So we divide minus x by 2 plus 3 over 2. And we could write this minus x over 2 and also as minus 1/2 times x plus 3 over 2. Now notice that these are not like terms, so we cannot add them together. So now this equation, x plus 2y is equal to 3, is in slope-intercept form down here. It's the same equation, it's just solved for y now. Okay, so here's the formula, if you will, for the slope-intercept form. Let's move that out of the way a little. Where m, the value of m is the slope of the line, and b is the y-intercept, or the point on the y-axis that the graph of the line would pass through. So let's see if we can graph this equation. Y equals 3x minus 2. Well, what is the slope? Well, the slope is 3. Where does it cross the y-axis? It crosses the y-axis at minus 2. Let's plot this point first. So we'll come down to minus 2. Well, let's let one big block here be 1. So there's minus 1. There's minus 2. So here would be a point right here. And now we need a slope of 3. Now notice that the slope is positive. So that means that our line is going to go up to the right. If our slope had been negative, it would have gone down to the right or up to the left. So starting at this point, we need to go up 3, and over 1, 3 over 1, 3 over 1, that's 3, up 3, over 1, and there's another point. So here would be our line. I hope I can draw a fairly straight line there. There would be the graph of this equation right here. What about this equation? Well, we need to solve it for y. How do we do this? Well, we could subtract 2x from both sides and add 9 to both sides. Now, they're not like terms, so we can't add the 9 and the 2x together. Okay, so we do the addition here. 2x minus 2x is 0. 3y left on this side. 9 minus 9 is 0 equals, and what's on this side? Minus 2x plus 9. And now what do? We divide both sides by 3. We divide this term by 3 and this term by 3. So y is equal to minus 2/3 x plus 3. What is our y-intercept? Where does our graph cross the y-axis? It crosses the y-axis at plus 3. So we locate a point there. There's 1, 2, 3, I believe, right there. And the slope in this case is minus 2 over 3. That means it goes down to the right. Okay, starting at this point, we go down 2, 1, 2, and to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. So here would be another point. So here would be the graph of our line. Okay, well, what would be the equation of this graph? How would we do that? Well, let's see. We got our formula. Y is equal to mx plus b. Well, let's see if we can figure out what the slope of the line is. Well, the line goes up to the right, so we know our slope m is going to be positive, right? And it rises how many? Well, let's see. Well, let's see if we can find here. Let's just pick this point here, and let's just pick this point up at the top up here. So it rises how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It rises 5 and runs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our slope is 5 over 6. So we can begin to write our equation. Y is equal to 5, 6, x plus b. Now where does it cross the y-axis? It crosses the y-axis right here. Now that's not exactly on one of these numbers here. So it's going to be 2 and some fraction. How can we find out exactly what that is? Well, we can come back and put in these points. So we can put in what the coordinates of this point. That coordinates of that point will be 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 4, minus 1. And the coordinates of this point would be 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, let's use this one since they're positive. What's the y value for this point? 4 is equal to 5, 6, x. And the x value for that point was 2 plus b. And the 2 would cancel into the 6 3 times. So we've got 4, and then we need to subtract 5/3 from both sides. Minus 5/3 from this side. And what will be left? Well, we'll have b left on this side is equal to, these will cancel out up here. We've got 5 over 3, minus 5 over 3. And let's see, we've got 4 minus 5/3. I believe that would be 2 and what, 1/3? But we could write that as an improper fraction as what, 7 over 3. Probably be a better way to write it. So our equation would be y equal 5, 6x plus 7 over 3. Notice the slopes. Up to the right has a what? Positive slope. Let's change colors there so we'll know that that's a positive there. The red one is positive. What about the blue one? It's down to the right, so it has a negative slope. So remember that. That's kind of a helpful hint for you. Okay, here will be the homework that we'll work in class tomorrow, 1 through 22, and then 26 through 28. But I would ask you to email the answers to number 7 and 15 to me tonight after you watch this video.